Hi everybody, this is Bill Paulus from Profits Run, and if you like the idea of quickly and easily adding on another income stream by trading in your spare time from anywhere in the world, then I think you're going to love what I'm about to reveal in this training video. It's all about tapping into short-term profit pockets, day trading the hottest Forex markets that almost makes it feel like you're cheating because of my simple yet powerful custom web-based trade alert software. You just dial in the time frame of your choice, sit back and relax, and wait for the trend prediction software to alert you the instant a trade is about to set up. It really can be that simple, and I can't wait to show it to you in this video. And no, it's not a trading robot. None of that nonsense. As you're going to see, it's more like a personal trading assistant that taps you on the shoulder when it's time to trade, putting you in complete control. Now, if you're familiar with my teachings, then you've probably seen a picture of me in this room before. This is my personal trading lab. Well, basically, that's a fancy name for my office, but I like to call it my trading lab because it's where I spend most of my time testing and tweaking dozens of ways to trade the markets. Well, a few years ago, I discovered 3 day trading methods that I designed specifically for pulling quick profit potential out of the Forex markets in very short time frames. Now, these became somewhat of a sensation in the trading community when I released them as my Forex Income Engine home study course. Thousands of traders from all around the world have been using these methods for years now to potentially generate cash on demand. Because when you get in on the right trades, it really is like having your very own income engine. But the number one request I continue to get from my students is for a way to automate the spotting of trade alerts while still giving you complete control. Now, it was a challenge, but I finally did it, and that's what I'm going to show you today in this training video. My custom software that makes day trading the Forex markets faster and easier than ever before. The secret has to do with an unusual technique I'm going to teach you that shows you how to instantly filter out bad markets. Most people have never heard of this technique before, and I believe it's the main reason most people continue to lose in the markets. But once you understand it and how to use it, your potential for pulling money out of the markets in a matter of minutes, all in your spare time, could skyrocket almost overnight. I think the reason most people haven't caught on yet is because it's deceptively simple. But in nearly 40 years of trading the markets, I've never seen anything so simple have such a profound effect on trading results. I recorded several Trading Lab videos to expose and teach you these techniques. This is the first one. Now you'll get to look over my shoulder and see exactly what's on my computer screen as I reveal everything to you step by step. So get ready to take notes. I think you're really going to enjoy what I have to share with you. By the time you're done watching this video, you'll never look at day trading Forex the same way when you see how the goals of my Forex Income Engine Trade Alert software are to add on another income stream by trading part-time from anywhere in the world. Protect the money you already have. Start with as little as a $500 account and enjoy fast and frequent trades. I'm going to cover a lot of important material, but first, let's take a look at the Trade Alert software. What you're looking at is my custom intelligent trade alert software that I spent over $50,000 developing. And even if you've seen some of my other programs, I really think you're going to be excited about how quickly this software can help you potentially pull money out of the 8 best Forex markets. Now, it's not a robot. It's not an EA or an expert advisor of any kind. It's not even a plugin. What it is 100% custom, and all it requires to work is an internet connection. Now, what it does is automatically alert you whenever a trade sets up on one of my short-term Forex Income Engine day trading methods. What you see here are the 8 best Forex pairs. And you can see that every time a long trade sets up, a green arrow appears. And when a short trade sets up, a red arrow appears. There are the 8 pairs. So let's zoom in on each of these charts and take a look at the kinds of trades my methods have spotted. Now, each chart covers a different time frame from 10 minutes to 60 minutes, and there's no cherry picking going on here, so what you see is what you get. These are all trades over the periods shown on the charts, good and bad, so you can see exactly what happened. Now, other periods are going to be different. There will sometimes be better trades, more trades, fewer trades, worse trades. But this indeed is typical of what you can expect. Okay, let's take a closer look. Okay, here's the Euro-US dollar pair, 60-minute chart. Now, we're going to be deep diving these charts later in the video, but for now, I just want you to get a feel for what it's like to trade with my Forex Income Engine methods. In this case, we had 5 trades. There were 4 winners, 1 loser, for a net total of 114 pips. Okay, here's the US dollar Swiss franc pair 10-minute chart. And in this case, we had 6 trades. There were 4 winners, 2 losers, for a net total of 47 pips. Not bad for a 10-minute chart. Here's the US dollar Japanese yen 60-minute chart. We had 2 trades, 2 winners, no losers, 156 net pips of profit. Now you can see on this chart, after those 2 trades, there were no additional alerts given for a couple of days, and that's because there were no good high probability setups on this particular pair where there were on other pairs. So the software is going to alert you to those pairs offering the best opportunity at any given point in time. Here's the US dollar Canadian dollar 10-minute chart. 4 trades, 3 winners, 1 loser. A 10-minute chart racking up 44 pips of net profit. Here's the Australian US dollar 30-minute chart. 2 trades, 1 winner, 1 loser, for a net 11 pips of profits. You can see there were no trade alerts prior to these 2 trades for some time. Again, you see that sideways choppy market, no good high probability opportunities. The software keeps your capital safely out of the market until a good opportunity sets up. And here's the British pound US dollar 30-minute chart. We had 5 trades, 4 winners, 1 loser, net 124 pips of profit. And you can see that after the first 4 trades, the market just chopped sideways. The software kept you out of that until a great short sell opportunity emerged later on the right-hand side of the chart. Here's a Euro British pound 10-minute chart. And this market, as you can see, just chopped around mercilessly. And we had 7 trades generated, 3 winners, 4 losers, and still came out ahead by a little bit. So even when you have a terrible market like this, your losses are limited, and you can still come out a net winner. Thankfully, this type of market occurs infrequently. As you can see on the other charts, we had a much better set of trading opportunities. But I hope you can see, after looking at these 8 charts, that the software can handle anything the market throws at it. And here's the Euro Japanese yen 15-minute chart. 5 trades, 5 winners, 0 losers, net 157 pips of profit. Very typical of the kind of trading results you can enjoy with Forex Income Engine 3. Now, small groups of individuals, including some of my students, already understand how to place great trades like the ones you just saw. But they also understand that many people, especially the media, think we're on the brink of a financial apocalypse. And some say it's already here and may get even worse. So let's take a look at the facts. Governments around the world are bankrupt or near bankrupt. The developed nations are all debasing their currencies, and that's leading to a high probability of hyperinflation. We've already seen that in food and energy prices. Businesses are therefore not investing nor hiring. Standard of living is on a declining trajectory for the first time since the Great Depression. It all adds up to this is not just a normal economic downturn. It's a structural shift in the economies of the world causing serious financial setbacks for almost everybody. Don't expect your government to solve these problems. Don't expect things to return to normal. However, you might be surprised to find out that all of this spells great news for the Forex markets. You see, all this financial disruption actually benefits the Forex markets because it causes currencies to fluctuate more than normal. And when currencies fluctuate, that creates trends from which you could siphon off a lot of profit potential. In fact, the Forex markets are currently turning over $5 trillion a day. Now, that's a lot of money changing hands, and I'm going to show you one of the safest and most lucrative ways to get involved. So if you've been trading for a while, you might have heard a lot about Forex trading over the years and wondered if it was still a viable way to potentially make some extra money. Well, as you can see from this chart, Forex trading is more popular than ever with no signs of slowing down. But you need to know how to trade these markets the right way. Most people's Forex accounts get eaten alive because they trade the wrong way. And in these training videos that I'm recording in my trading lab, I'm going to show you how to do it the right way so you can quickly and easily add on another income stream by trading part-time from anywhere in the world. Look, the bottom line is that anything can happen. How long can you support your family and your lifestyle if your current income stream were to disappear today? You certainly can't rely on the government because Social Security is bankrupt. How long will it last in its present form? You need additional income streams. Forex could be a great one for you. The Forex markets have always provided great potential to be lucrative. However, they have the potential to be extra lucrative right now, and it could be like a gold rush if you know what you're doing. So you need to strike quickly if you want to maximize your profit taking. But you also need to do it as safely as possible so you can keep what you make. and I'm going to show you how to do it. The trades you saw earlier were all based on my Forex Income Engine breakthrough. I discovered 3 easy to apply but powerful methods that allow you to day trade the Forex markets in any time frame from 10-minute bars to 1-hour bars, all according to your schedule, not the market schedule. It's very important to have flexible methods that allow you to trade when you want to trade without disrupting your lifestyle regardless of where you live in the world. These are the most flexible Forex methods I've ever developed, and I designed them for traders that like to get in and out of the market quickly in a matter of minutes or hours. When you trade like that, you never go to bed holding an open position, so you can rest easy knowing that your money is totally protected. A big part of why these methods are so easy to trade is because I paid a team of expert programmers over $50,000 to create an intelligent trade alert custom software program that tells you exactly when a trade is setting up. Now, it's very important that you understand that this custom software is not a trading robot. It's also not an expert advisor or an EA. It's not any kind of plugin. What it is a totally custom piece of intelligent software that you can use from anywhere in the world to alert you when potential trades are about to happen. It'll even send you an email or text message if you happen to be away from your computer. All you need to do is tell it what time frame you want to trade. You can trade as quickly as a 10-minute chart or as long as a 1-hour chart. It all depends on your schedule, so you can totally customize it however you want. Then you just go about your day and wait for a trade alert to appear. It's kind of like having a personal trading assistant that does all the hard work for you. Now, I'm going to share exactly how you can use these 3 methods part-time from anywhere in the world to potentially add a new income stream to replace any money you lost in the past, keep what you already have, and grow your bank account into a fat nest egg that you can use for anything you like. Now, I'm about to deep dive on the trades I showed you earlier, so stay with me. But first, I want to address a common concern I hear a lot from new traders and also from misinformed traders. And that concern is, I heard Forex trading is risky. Well, Forex trading is risky, especially when done improperly. Just like speeding down a road at night in a Ferrari with your headlights turned off is risky. But of course, just like there's a right way and a wrong way to go fast in a sports car, there's a right way and a wrong way to trade Forex. Unfortunately, most people attempt to trade Forex by risking way too much, by overtrading, blindly following robots, or forcing trades. The key is knowing how to manage risk first. And in these videos, I'm going to show you how to shield your account from risk so huge losses can never happen to you again. I'm also going to show you how to potentially create a steady, predictable income stream that puts the odds of success in your favor forever. Most people will never be able to compete with you when you trade like this. Now, we're about to deep dive on my Forex Income Engine methods, but first, take a look at this illustrative chart that shows you the kinds of market moves each of my methods aims to go after. One big mistake amateur traders make is that they think they have to be trading all the time. Nothing could be further from the truth. Many of the most successful traders know that trading is a numbers game, and the key to potentially winning over time is to stack the odds in your favor while dramatically reducing risk before you even place a trade. That's why my Forex Income Engine methods were designed to be traded only when market conditions are entirely in your favor. This way you don't waste time and money gambling on uncertain market conditions like many amateurs do. The overdrive method gets you into markets that are already on fire in the safest possible way. The spring method is a counter-trend method that gets you into the market as the trend is about to change when most traders least suspect it. And the ignition method gets you into the market in a well-established trend on very specific kinds of pullbacks in the markets. All right, here's the British pound US dollar 30-minute chart that we looked at earlier. And I want to get into some of these trades with you, but before I do, I want to show you the context within which the Forex Income Engine trading methods occur. Now, what we have is a market that, let's say, is in an uptrend, and then we're looking to buy on a pullback. Now, there's nothing new about buying on the pullback, but what is important is that you're highly selective around which pullbacks to buy. And that's exactly what the Forex Income Engine software does, because as you know, buying pullbacks is not as easy as it sounds. Oftentimes the market looks like it's going to continue on up, and instead it heads right on down. And of course, you don't want to be involved in those kind of trades. So you do want to be selective, and that's what the software does for you. It finds the highest probability pullback opportunities as the trend's going up. Now, once the market does move on up, oftentimes it'll just get red hot. You get a little stutter step in here, and it just keeps going. And that's what the next opportunity is that the software looks for. And then as it finally tops out, what'll oftentimes happen is you'll get a higher high, which is the capitulation point, and the opportunity to take advantage of a counter trend move on down. And these are usually very high probability trades when they do set up. Now, what makes them so powerful is most traders at this point think that this trend is going to continue up, but it does not. And that's why when it becomes obvious that that was the wrong move, the market just drops quickly, and you want to be short at that point. And then what will happen in the ideal situation is the market will rally against that downtrend. You have another opportunity to get short right in here, again, very selectively. And then you'll get this quick run down, another opportunity to get in there, and then possibly a reversal move with a lower low before the market heads on up. So you've got the spring method. This is the reversal pattern, both down and up. You got the ignition method that occurs in here, and you got the overdrive method. So with those three methods, the software is going to capture most of the high probability profit potential on any chart. Okay, with that in mind, let's go over a few of these trades. First, we have an overdrive method set up here to get long right in here, initial stop down in here. And on all trades, we teach you how to exit profitably in 2 steps so that no matter what the market does, you can get the most out of any situation. In this case, we've got a profit target 1 that was right around here, around 17 pips. And profit target 2 was another 34, another 17 pips higher, a total of 34 pips. And you can see in this case, the market hit both profit target 1 and profit target 2. Now, I also want to point out that we utilize a trailing stop feature that zeroes out the risk in the trade as quick as possible. That is the initial goal of every trade. So when we hit a critical amount of movement in favor of the trade, you're going to move this stop from here all the way up to break even. That zeroes out the risk in the trade. Zero risk at that point. Now that dramatically alters the expected reward to risk ratio, and it's what I call the free trade strategy, because at that point, no matter what happens in the market, the worst that can happen is you get stopped out at break even. So while we're going after profits, we want to manage risk first and foremost. That is the key. So we're going to give that trade a little bit of room initially with that initial stop, but then we're going to move this stop up to break even as soon as possible, but no sooner, because we don't want to get stopped out prematurely. Okay, now this next trade was an ignition setup to get long right in here. That one had a first profit target of around 12 pips, which was hit right around in here. And the second half position got stopped out right about here. So about a 12 pip gain on the first half position and 6 on the second for 18 total pips. Now you can see the beauty of this strategy. We don't know how far the market's going to go once we get in. If it wants to go all the way and hits both profit targets like it did back here, fine. If it moves up a little and then stalls out, fine. We know what to do no matter what. Now here's an overdrive trade to get long right in here. And that was promptly stopped out with a fairly tight stop for 14 pips a loss, actually 7 pips on both half positions for a total of 14. And then following, we have an ignition setup to get long. And you can see here where this trade failed, the software said, well, okay, but here's another high probability opportunity. Let's try it again right here. Now, a lot of amateur traders, after getting stopped out of this trade, there's no way they're going to go long again because they still feel the sting of that loss because they think they should win on every trade. That's impossible. You go with what the market gives you. So here's the ignition method, get long. First profit target in this case was about 21 pips. The initial stop was moved up to break even. And you can see what happened. After hitting that first profit target, the market just collapsed. So that second half position was stopped out at break even. First half making 21 pips. And then no trades for several bars. Why? Because we had a sideways choppy market, not worth trading. There were other pairs during this time frame that were setting up much better, and that's where the alerts occurred. And finally, we've got an ignition method set up to go short right in here. Initial stop somewhere around here. Hitting both profit targets. First profit target 16 pips and the second profit target at 32 pips for a total of 48 pips. Again, as the market moved favorably, that stop was moved down to break even, zeroing out all the risk in the trade. So you can see even when the market moves adversely to what we expected, we'll either get out at break even or a relatively small loss. All right, let's take a look at the Euro US dollar 60-minute chart. This first trade was an overdrive method to sell short right in here, and that got stopped out right in there for a 15 pip loss on both half positions for a total of 30 pips of loss. Now remember, I'm talking in terms of both half positions because we want to scale out of each trade half position each. So keep that in mind as we go through these trades. So here's another sell short. Again, the software says, you know what? That was a false breakout, but here's another opportunity right in here, just a couple bars later, and you can see what happened. Another overdrive. That market just took a dive right on that green candle that reversed. But as it was heading down, it hit both profit targets, first at 16 pips and then at 32 pips. So you can see the value of scaling out in 2 steps on predefined profit targets. Because if you had waited around, you'd have missed it because this bar, after spiking down, promptly reversed. And then we've got a spring method trade where we've got this pattern that we talked about earlier. A lower low. Counter trend move to get long right in here while everyone else is thinking, you know what, this market's probably going to go lower. No, it didn't. And again, we scale out in 2 steps, this time at 15 pips and 30 pips for a total of actually 31 pips, a total of 46 pips. Then we had a sell short, ignition method right in here, getting out with 18 pips on the first half and then getting stopped out on the second half right here before the market reversed for a total of 36 pips of profit. And then the last one, an overdrive method, got long right in here, didn't go anywhere, did hit the first profit target at 14 pips, and the second half position was stopped out at break even. Why? Because we moved our stop up to break even, zeroing out all the risk in that second half position. And finally, let's look at the Euro Japanese Yen 15-minute chart. Here we had an overdrive setup to get long right in here and promptly hit both profit targets for a total of 21 pips. And as we look ahead at all of these trades, every one of them hit both profit targets. Now, this is a kind of market you'd like to trade all the time. But you can see that it doesn't happen always, but when it does, the software is ready to identify the opportunities and get you out with the maximum profitability possible on every move. So here's a short sell. This is again an overdrive So you get short right in here, hits the first profit target of 12 pips, about right in here, and then the second at 24 pips. And then we got another short sell. This is a strong down move right in here. You get short right in here. And again, this one hit the first profit target around 13 pips and then 25 pips more right about in here before reversing. Okay, the downtrend's not finished. Here's another short sell right in here where the market gapped down, and we got about 16 pips on each half position. I hit the profit target and then got stopped out. Actually, more like 18 pips on the first half, 14 on the second. And then the short sell again here to get short in here. Really nice quick drop down, 10 pips, and then 20 for a total of 30 pips. So I hope this gives you a very good feel of what it's actually like to trade with the Forex Income Engine 3.0 Trade Alert software in all of these different time frames, regardless of whether it's a 10-minute chart all the way up to a 60-minute chart. So if you're just a beginner, these are the perfect methods for you. They'll help you avoid costly mistakes, learn good trading habits, and have an automatic edge over traders with bad habits. Plus, they're simple and quick to learn. And if you're already an expert, you can skip all the basics and instantly zero in on the meat of the methods so you can quickly add them to your trading toolkit and capture even more profit potential in these highly lucrative Forex markets. So as we close this first training video, let's quickly review the goals of my Forex Income Engine Trade Alert software. Add on another income stream by trading part-time from anywhere in the world. Protect the money you already have. Start with as little as a $500 account and enjoy fast and frequent trades. This is just a broad overview. In the next video, I'll reveal my Forex Income Engine Trade Alert software in action. You'll see how to place trades quickly and easily combining my custom software with your broker-supplied software, and how to select only the best trading opportunities to maximize your odds of success again and again. You'll also see me go through a bar-by-bar trade dissection. I'm going to show you how to make it a goal every time you place a trade to erase the risk as soon as possible and enjoy a free trade. I think you're really going to love this. We'll look at my time-tested risk management strategy inspired by Einstein, yet so simple an 8th grader could apply it, and you'll see the unusual technique I discovered that lets you automatically filter out bad markets that could cause your profit potential to skyrocket almost overnight, plus a whole lot more. Well, thanks for watching this first training video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in video number 2. For now, this is Bill Paulus wishing you good trading.